Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to MoneyMatters as usual. And today we're going to be doing some Forex trading. Very easy, very simple, very straightforward. And I'm going to tell you why you keep losing money while trading Forex. Most people do trade Forex from the wrong perspective. And I do tell people every single day that your approach to Forex will determine whether you fail or you succeed. If you approach Forex like somewhere you're going to make millions and millions of money in a day, you're going to learn the hard way. But if you approach it as a skill that you're learning and you're going to sharpen and you're going to make money consistently and try to make profits and not focus on being perfect, but being consistently profitable, then you're going to make money. And today, I'm going to be very brief, but I'm going to tell you how to use trend to make money. If you try going against the trend, if you try doing something that is opposite to what the trend is telling you, chances are you will lose money. And even if you make money, it will be by luck because you're trading in a very precarious environment when you trade against the trend. So today we're just going to focus on the trend. How do you determine a proper trend and how do you use it to trade? And why do you need it? Number one, the trend tells you the momentum of the market. Anytime you're trading Forex, you need to know where the momentum is. Where is the force going to? If you have an army of people, you have two armies. One has like 10,000 people, one has 3 people. Chances are, if you join the 10,000 people, you will win this war, right? Because they can basically run over everyone else. But if you are 2 people and you're trying to run over an army of 10,000 people, it's not very possible. I know that's extreme, but I'm just trying to tell you how bad it is when you try going against the trend. So today I want to show you how to use the trend to your advantage so that you can make your trading much better, much more efficient, and much more easier, and also increase your confidence in trading. A lot of people don't have the confidence to enter the market and leave it there knowing that, you know what, I'm going to make money. And if I don't, because it's not usually 100% sure, then you know you did your due diligence and you did the right thing. But don't try to play the market and go against the trend and think that you're too clever. It doesn't happen like that. The institutions that are trading in the Forex market are too big for you. They're too big. It's like the army I was talking about. You just a retail trader trading probably $500, $5,000. These people trade billions and billions of dollars. So you don't want to be going against them. Ride the wave. Ride that wave of the trend. Always trade with the trend. Trend is your friend. That's what they say. Don't try going against the trend and thinking you're too smart. As usual, here at MoneyMatters, we talk about the money mindset, how to make that money, how to enjoy that money, how to manage that money, how to invest that money, and how to assure yourself a lifetime of income, basically financial freedom. And today we're talking about how to make that money a skill that can help you make consistent profits over time. Doesn't matter what stage you are in your life. I have so many clients who have stopped working and therefore they just want something to keep them busy, something to keep them going, to keep their brains functioning, and to help them make some extra money at the comfort of their own homes. So Forex trading is not for any particular group of people. Anyone can learn how to trade Forex. The only problem with the approach of Forex is that people are approaching it like a gambling game. And if you approach it as a gambling game, then definitely you should be ready to lose a lot of money. I talk to people and I tell them, approach Forex trading like a new skill, like coding, for example, like learning a programming language, for example, like learning IT, for example. It's a skill you're learning and you want to build it so that it can help you make money. So how do you use trend to start making money more efficiently in the market and stop losing money often? Let's go to my laptop. I'll show you how to determine trend, how to use the trend to your advantage, and how to make money. So when you come to your chart, here it is, open. You need to understand your platform. That's the first thing. You need to understand the platform you're using, understand the IT, the structure, the interface, and how to use it. That's very important. Some people don't understand the interface of the broker, the interface of the platform they're using. So understand the platform you're using first. Make sure you know every single thing that's going on. That's important. So when you come to the second thing is you want to make sure that you are simplifying this process. However much trading can be a bit complex, think in a simple manner. If we're talking about the trend, don't overcomplicate it, don't overthink it. I know some of us who are going to school sometimes overthink this process. The process of determining a trend is the simplest process, and there's so many tools that can help you to determine a trend. So I want to make this very simple and very brief. So you come to your chart. This is GBP JPY. It can be any, honestly, it can be GBP Euro, for example. The markets are closed now, so we don't need that, to be honest. USD, you know, you can see my chart is all drawn up. It can be USD JPY, one of my favorites. It can be Euro USD, another really good one. you see the trend has been going on quite well. Let's actually use this particular one to try and determine the trend. So you come to this particular chart, it's very clear. What do you see? Where is the market going? I don't want you to start telling me, I see some red, I see some what. Just look at the holistic picture. And this is where people lose the plot. First of all, determine the big picture. Determine the whole trend of the market, the holistic picture. And when you're doing that, don't start from the hourly chart, especially if you're a day trader who uses the hourly to enter the market like I do. What you do is go to the daily, simple, and try to determine the trend on the daily. Can you see the difference right now? So you can see that when you come to the hourly here, the chart is going clearly up. So someone would say definitely there's an uptrend for sure. But when you come to the daily, you see the difference. It's actually going down. What I'm trying to say is that don't trade in a vacuum. Don't think that you know what's happening in the big picture. Try to understand what's happening outside your small cocoon. Try to understand what's happening outside your umbrella. That's why we go to the daily. And I always encourage going to the daily because it gives you a bigger picture. It makes you be aware of certain points that the market could easily turn. So even if the 1 hour was clearly trending, you come to the daily, you realize actually the daily is actually not trending upwards as such. The major trend of this particular market has been downwards. How do you know? Using the moving averages, and you can clearly just look at the market and see. Just look at what is in front of you. Don't overcomplicate the process. Look at what is in front of you. What do you see? The market is clearly going down. We will get to the rest of the stuff later. Like for example, it's been going up since the last week. So let's come here. So this is going down. That's the major trend. That's the holistic trend. That's the big picture. Don't overlook that big picture. So you come, you determine the daily trend is going down. The momentum seems to be down on the daily, but because you're trading on the hourly, you want to make sure that you also obeying what is happening on the hourly. So what do? You're on the daily right now. I have drawn my levels. You can see there's a level here, the red one down here, support level. I can see there is a rest here. So what I will do is I will look at the few previous days to see what has changed. So the market has been coming down very clearly, trending very well. An amazing market to make money if you were actually following the major trend. So you would have made money for many days here. It gave a small inverted hammer on this particular day. So you can see there was a very big bearish move on the 24th, then a small inverted hammer on the 25th, and then a very bullish move on the 26th of November. Good. So now you know that the major trend of the market has been down, but something is happening right now. And what's happening is that it's going back to the moving average, or it's going to find a breather. It's taking a step backwards. The market is retracing. So you know this is a retracement and not an upward movement. So when you come to the hourly, for example, you know that this is not just an upturn movement, but just a breather. Until it is confirmed on the daily that the trend has changed, you have to be careful where you're going to with this particular market. That's why you should not chase markets that are going high, because you never know. If you look at the hourly here, you definitely know that this thing could turn anytime and continue with the major trend, because the major trend has been downwards, so it could turn at any point. Therefore, if you enter in that trend to go up based on what the hourly is telling you, you need to have certain points in the market that you're careful about. You need to have certain points in the market that you're looking at, that you know that the price is likely to react in those areas. Very straightforward. So someone would enter this market, someone would come to the hourly here, enter this market and go up because clearly it's going up. But the problem is they will not have known that actually on the daily, this market has been going down. That's why we do what we call multi-time frame analysis. Look at different time frames. Know what is happening outside. So for example, if I wanted to trade this market, I'll be very careful about certain levels. Number one, the moving average, because it could be going back to the moving average. Number two, I'll be very clear about certain levels. Like I can see a very clear level somewhere up here. Let's draw it. I would be careful about this level. However much this will not be very significant on the hourly, but it gives me a level to play with. It gives me a place to be careful, because the market could turn against me and it could hurt me. So when I come back to the hourly, even if I enter the trade, however much you may not see it now, I will know that getting up here, I need to be very careful. Or getting to the moving averages, I need to be very careful. So those are some of the things you need to take care of. When you're looking at the trends of the market, look at it on different time frames. And that's just 2 time frame analysis. I usually do the daily, the 4 hour, the 3 hour, and the 1 hour where I enter my trades. So what I was trying to tell you is don't focus on where you're trading. look at what is happening on a bigger time frame. Depending on which market you're trading, depending on which time frame you're trading, look at what is happening on the bigger picture and get to mark the levels that you should be very careful about. So like this market, if you are entering, even if you're going up, there are certain levels that you want to be careful about. Of course, you want to come to the 1 hour and draw your levels. You're going to draw your resistance and your support, and I've done a video on that. And you have to know which are the price reaction levels. But one thing I also want you to be very aware of is that this could as well be just a breather, and therefore it's likely to come back down and continue with the big trend. And even if you zoom out like I have right now, is it zooming out or zooming in? Zoom out, you can see that the trend has actually been going down for a long time. So if you're going to enter this market and go up based on what it was showing you earlier like this, you have to know that. You have to know what's happening behind this chart. You have to know what's happening on the other time frames. You can even go to the 4-hour time frame. You will see this market has been going down. It has now gone back up, close to the moving average, and it's coming somewhere up here. But you can see that level, so you have to be careful about it. It's just being aware, basically. This is one reason why people lose a lot of money in the market. The 3-hour has gone up, it's somewhere here, close to the moving average. So this could have been a reversal. I'm not saying it's not a reversal, but most of the time people trade without knowing. So if it's a reversal, there are certain confirmations personally that I would want to see before I confirm this is a complete reversal on the major trend, on the holistic trend. The main things I want you to take home is look at the holistic trend. Number one, don't trade in a vacuum. Don't just trade on the chart that you're trading on. Make sure you look at what is happening in the bigger picture always. Make sure you know what is happening outside where you are. Very important. One reason why people are losing money all the time. Number three, when you're coming back to your entry chart, make sure you draw those levels, but be careful on the direction you're taking because you want to be sure of the trend. You want to be sure that you're going with the trend. So for example, some people will be waiting for this market to go down. Those who do not know could be just trying to catch this upward movement. Some people are waiting for it to start going down because the momentum of the whole market is actually down. That's where the big momentum is. Until we prove that this is a proper reversal, you can't be sure. So that's basically what I was trying to make sure that you understand the trends, you understand where it's going to, you understand that there's always something happening outside the chart on which you're trading. It helps a lot. And next time I think I'll talk again about different ways in which you can use the trend to trade and make money. I don't want to do a long video. Anyway guys, cheers to that, and I hope that helps improve your trading a bit. It's always the simple things, the details that changes the way you trade Forex market. Until next time, MoneyMatters.